This week I talk about why it is that I hike. Come along with me and find out how it benefits me, and it can for you as well. So we're in an entirely new trail today. Same park system new trail. And Ella went after some kind of a critter really hard, bolted after it, and almost broke my wrist or lost her, but hopefully that doesn't happen again. But in the process I jammed the leash, so now she has to stay very close. I can't let it out, so I will work on that and see if there's any hope for this after this hike. Very new pack, new day pack with a hydration system. It was cheap, it was under $35, so off of Amazon. So I'm gonna give it a shot. We're both pretty short, so a lot of mud. We have no fear of touching, but nope, that's as close as I get. I had at least another foot. But anyway, I was looking at YouTube videos, of course, of hiking, which if you're watching this one, chances are you do a lot of the same, because it showed up in my feed of things I would like, suggestions, I guess. And I think the question was like asking people, why do they hike? Particularly, I think, for thru hikers. But little camps. Just the topic intrigued me because I've had a lot of family members recently have said to me, I can't believe you're really getting into hiking. So I thought today, for this week's video, I would tackle that topic. Answering exactly what it is about hiking that I enjoy and why I keep coming back for more. And I guess the initial response, to be honest, is to be a little sarcastic, and instead of answering the question directly, ask another question back, and that is, well, why not? Why wouldn't hike? So I'll try to avoid answering my questions with another question, because I hate when people do that to me. So in all fairness, I'll skip over it, but I had to mention that it was my first thought. There's a bird somewhere overhead that kind of makes the same sound as Ella's squeaky toy, so she's a little confused. And the bugs are brutal as usual. But it's not raining, and we're here. Life is good. So I'm stretching. As you can tell, I'm already very red-faced. I get overheated so quickly, but I'm stretching on a log and ready to get into this, although it looks like I'm already worn out. I don't know what that is about me, but it's me. Anyway, the short answer is gonna be vague. Basically, the part of hiking that I enjoy is the overall physical, mental, and spiritual therapy that it brings me. My new pack has a hydration pack, so I'm notorious lazy about pulling out the water bottles, so I thought this design came with not only the ability to attach a hydration system, but has one in it. I thought I'd give it a try. So here it goes. And you don't realize how heavy water really is. This has a 2.5 liter bladder with it, so I started out with 2 and I realized the weight and I released it down to 1.5. But so far it's kind of awkward as well, but maybe I'll get used to it and like it, maybe not. It has full 2-side mesh pockets for water bottles anyway, so if I choose to go back to my normal system, it'll be easy peasy. The first reason I hike is that I really feel and view my hiking as a walking meditation for me. And I'm gonna go into the specifics of what that looks and sounds and feels like next week. But for now, suffice it to say that hiking brings me a quieter mind and peace and a sense of accomplishment along for the ride. One good thing about hiking on weekends is, although it is more populated on the trails, most of the people who are out hiking are doing so with somebody else or in groups. So they're often talking, which makes them easier to know when they're approaching one way or the other. And if you've seen some of my previous posts, you'll know that I tend to startle easily, so that's a good thing for me. Although I do prefer to have a little bit more solitude, so I try to find the trails that are a little less heavily trafficked. Spiritually, I feel closer to God, submerged in nature, without all the distractions of busyness and chores and technology overload. I can just tune into where I am, in presence, and in the grander scheme of things. So hiking time is, for me, a perfect time to check in with my spiritual connection. Just looking for a good spot to take a drink. This limbo game, I'm not gonna win. Oh boy. This is where we, you're gonna go up? Good girl. This is where we divide and conquer. Okay. Now what? She's like, I'm going under this time. I can't do that. Okay, hang on. Made it. It's just like getting on a horse, right? See the little saddle part there? The next point, which is that I do this for myself, strictly for myself. And it's an indulgence that I don't have to feel any guilt about. Actually, I can feel pride. And prove to myself, if not others, most of it to myself, that I am stronger than I think on most days. And I don't know, maybe prove a little bit of my badassery too. I don't know. Now the birds have gone from squeaky toys to sounding like we're in the jungle. And Ella just chased a butterfly, pretty much just leapt up in the air like a ballerina doing a pirouette. Is that right? But of course the camera wasn't ready, so I didn't get it. You know you're in Pennsylvania when this becomes the trail.
I found that hiking is simply the best exercise, at least for me so far. And I was checking over my stats from the last 10 weekly hikes I've done. Right now I'm averaging 7.5 miles. My pace is about 25.5, and I'm burning about 1,300 calories each time I go out. And really, all the systems get challenged. Your cardio, definitely. Muscle tone, definitely. Fat burning, absolutely. And strength building. So now I guess the goal is to make it really count. I've got to get out here more frequently than once a week.
The lake is being drained, so all of this is typically water. Ella's walking on water. Doesn't want to go too far to your head. Come on now. So is the dam. This is what they're working on. I hear a frog.
I find myself planning my next outing pretty much as soon as I get done a hike. Even when I'm thoroughly exhausted, sore, sweaty, buggy, or muddy. So there's no denying that it's obviously a meaningful, meant for me practice. And I admit that I've even dreamed about hiking from time to time, so I think it's just in my soul now.